I need more vacation. What is going on? Bonjour! I moved from France to England 9 years ago, and I like it here. People are great, the weather is lovely, especially this summer, and there are many beautiful and historical places to visit. But there are still things I find extremely odd. You might find these quirky, unique things amusing too. And the first one is carpets. My first rental property in England had carpets everywhere. In France, their popularity was high in the 80s, but it then declined due to concerns about maintenance and allergies. I had first-hand experience as a child because my bedroom was carpeted and I developed asthma from it. My asthma, however, went away some years ago, but seeing homes with carpets throughout was still a surprise. Now I understand that carpeted homes come from a historical English tradition. Floors are usually cold and carpets make it cozy. But what surprised me even more in that property is that even the bathroom was fully carpeted. So I went to interview people on the street to hear what they think about it.
Carpet in the bathroom? Oh.
Cozy or criminal?
Criminal.
Cozy, so warm. I don't want my feet to be cold.
No way, that's disgusting.
That's criminal.
Absolutely criminal. No way.
It's just gathering bacteria. That's no way. No from me, 100%.
Criminal.
Not criminal, I don't know, just unconventional, certainly.
Oh my God, a criminal, absolutely. It's a proper Fleabag situation. So this disgusting.
Coming out of the shower or the bath and then getting the carpet wet.
No.
Ugh. Imagine like wet toes.
Definitely criminal. Psychopath.
And plus, I'm sorry, probably stereotyping things, but men don't always eat in the right place. So you can
aim in the right place.
Oh, aim in the right place.
Yeah.
So that's the one. So no, good tiles all the time. Yes. Yes. So I can bleach everywhere.
Please let me know now, have you seen such before? The second thing is that people park on roads and streets. As a French person, it makes me say oh la la, because it makes the road narrow and difficult to drive on. I often see drivers trying to squeeze into a tight gap and it creates a risk of collision. This is very unusual for me, because in France this is quite regulated. Parking must not obstruct traffic and there are roads, markings and signs telling you where you can park and where you cannot park. If you are in England, please tell me, what is your experience with on-street parking? Has it caused difficult situations? Number 3 is about separated cold and hot water taps. One tap is freezing cold and the other one is boiling hot. I had never seen such taps in France. Historically, hot water used to be stored in stagnant tanks, and there was a risk of Legionella. So, such taps were used to prevent contaminating the cold water. But I wonder, why are they still in use today? Sometimes even new chrome taps are installed that way. I was curious, so I did a few street interviews to see what people think about these taps. Separate hot and cold taps, yes or no, and why?
Separate, definitely.
You know which one's hot and you know which one's cold.
Otherwise it's too confusing and you're spending ages trying to adjust the heat.
Yes, only because I know it makes the plumbing a lot easier.
I quite like having the separate hot and cold taps, because with the ones where you have to turn it from side to side, sometimes it's too hot or too cold and you burn yourself.
Yeah, because I burnt myself too many times. Thinking it was going to be cold water.
I like it because you put on the hot and the cold and then you just kind of between the two.
Separate hot and cold taps, because if I want to brush my teeth, I don't want to have to clear the pipes out. I just straight away want cold water.
No, I think having combined taps, like together is much better. Otherwise it's too hot or too cold, you can't really do anything.
You can check the temperature then if it's one, whereas if you got separate you can't just put.
It's difficult having two separate ones, I will say.
You have to keep, between sort of insufferably hot and insufferably cold, to keep mixing. So actually it is rather better with a mixer tap.
No, I like to have a mix. I like to have both hot and cold.
No, I prefer them separate. I do. I prefer them separate.
Since when?
I do.
Oh, okay. so he hates what I give him anyway.
No, I prefer them separate, definitely.
I'll just put everything in a plate. I like tapas. Yeah, nice.
Such taps can also be found in the US, so if you are from the US or from England, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Number 4, bank holidays. In France, there are 11 national holidays, plus if it lands on a Tuesday or a Thursday, your employer can give you an extra paid day so that you can enjoy a long weekend. As you can see, all French holidays are rooted in either historical events or religious traditions. French people spend them relaxing in large family gatherings with a lot of tasty food, great memories, and these events are really part of our national identity. So for me, it was quite disappointing to discover that compared to Europe, England and Wales have the lowest, just 8 just 8 bank holidays, the lowest. Some of these days are linked with Christmas and New Year, some are religious events, and the rest are just linked to seasons and months. And there are no additional paid days to extend weekends. What a shame. I need more vacation, please. Greedy? What is going on? Greedy. Lunch breaks. In France, lunch is usually an hour long and sometimes even more. Shops close for that hour and yes, it's like this, but at least people can relax, enjoy the food and socialize. In England, I say in England because people say it doesn't have a French accent. In England, lunch breaks are on average 30 minutes long. People tend to eat al desco, eating at their workstation. Some skip their lunch and some eat it quickly while they keep working. However, many forget that lunch is actually unpaid time. As a French person working in England, I usually eat away from my desk, even if it means only sitting somewhere else in the office. Because I really think it's important to change the environment, to look away, to think about something else and relax. How do you feel about this? How do you see your lunch break? Number 6.
Again.
Number 6. Homes that feel cold. There is no place like home. But if that home is cold, moldy, expensive to eat, it can also lead to an incredible source of stress. Many English houses have minimal wall insulation, sometimes none. And this leads to cold walls, higher utility bills, and there can be mold issues as well. I had these issues myself in the past, and it was very unusual for me. In France, homes are usually well insulated and warm, with triple glazed windows and a forced mechanical ventilation system that extracts the moisture and expels it to the outside. I would like to hear your experience on this. How do you prevent these challenges from occurring? And my point number 7 is tea preparation. In England, tea is often prepared with milk, and I have seen people putting first the tea bag with the milk and then the hot water. It was even recommended by a scientist. Look at this. As a French person, this was new to me, so I went to interview people on the street. When you make tea, in which order do you put the cold milk, the tea bag and the hot water?
I put the tea bag in, then I put the milk in, and then the hot water.
It wouldn't make sense to put the milk in first. I think that's crazy.
You're a psychopath if you put in the milk first.
I don't like tea, but tea bag.
Hot water.
But wait for a minute. I read that somewhere. So wait for a minute, not completely boiling water straight away. No. Let it fuse the tea bag in the water.
Let it sit for a little bit.
Squeeze the tea bag, take it out.
That's very important that you take the tea bag out.
And put the cold milk.
Stir. Perfect cup of tea.
Now, Mark, what he does, he put everything into all at once, which is disgusting.
No,
yeah, exactly. It's awful, isn't it, Bubba?
Yeah.
I always argue with him in the morning. Always. Yeah.
That's so funny. So, it turns out that many people prefer the traditional method of preparation, which is tea bag, hot water, and then milk. And number 8, country lanes. Many of the lanes in England are narrow with tall hedges. It is a historical legacy from the times when cars did not exist. Those hedges keep livestock within the fields, also act as migration corridors for animals. For me, as a French person, they were scary at first and are still a challenge. The hedges are often overgrown, so it makes the road very narrow, even narrower actually. So you cannot see around the corner. This creates a high risk of collision. It is very easy to get into a tricky situation, so sometimes I sound the horn to signal that I am coming through. I think nobody else does that. However, it is a common practice in Italy to sound your horn. We don't do that in France neither, but it's still a good idea. I think it's a good practice. If you have these near your homes, let me know what you think. I think it is really taking chances. These are the 8 things that surprised me in England. If you have not yet left a comment, please do so, as I would really like to hear what you think about these topics. Do you sometimes question whether this is the way it should be? I would like to hear your opinion. I hope you liked the video. If you would like to discover how the French see the world, please look above. The video will be for you. Merci. and à bientôt.
Je vous aime. Bisous.
Merci et à bientôt. Je vous aime. Bisous.